Huntsville, Alabama, a city that thrives on innovation and ambition. But behind the polished smiles and picture-perfect homes, there's a storm brewing that no one saw coming. For months, whispers about Maurice Scott's secret life have echoed through the corners of the internet, growing louder with every passing week. Just when fans thought the dust had finally settled after the leaked messages and Kimmi's quiet strength, a shocking revelation has thrown everything back into chaos. Because now the woman behind those mysterious messages has finally stepped into the light. And her confession? It's about to rewrite everything we thought we knew about Maurice and Kimmi, and the truth behind their marriage. It all started with a simple live video, a woman sitting in her car, face half hidden, voice trembling but determined. "I'm tired of being silent," she said. "I'm tired of protecting someone who never protected me." Within seconds, fans realized this wasn't just another internet rumor. This was her. The woman at the center of Maurice's scandal. The mystery no one could ever quite put a name to. And now, at 46, Maurice's carefully guarded secrets were about to explode into public view. Maurice Scott had always been seen as the calm one, the steady, logical presence in the storm of Huntsville's drama. When Martel's infidelity became the talk of the town, Maurice stood as the voice of reason. When Marceau faced criticism, Maurice was the one urging peace. And when chaos erupted between castmates, he played the diplomat, the peacemaker, the husband who seemed untouchable by scandal. To the public, he was the picture of discipline, a man devoted to his family and business. But as the saying goes, still waters run deep, and sometimes they hide the darkest truths. For years, Kimmi was the emotional center of their world. Viewers admired her grace, her patience, and the quiet confidence she brought to every scene. She wasn't loud, she wasn't messy, she was mature, measured, and deeply loved. When she shared her health journey with the world, fans rallied around her, praising her bravery and her resilience. Through every challenge, Kimmi carried herself with dignity. And Maurice, standing beside her, projected the image of unwavering support. But what no one knew was that beneath those smiles, something fragile was breaking. Sources close to the couple say the tension had been simmering long before the public ever caught on. Arguments behind closed doors. Late-night absences. A growing emotional distance that no amount of camera-ready affection could fix. And then came the messages, screenshots, voice notes, hints of a connection Maurice swore didn't exist. Kimmi's silence was her armor. She refused to lash out publicly, choosing instead to move with quiet purpose. But deep down, she knew. Every woman knows when something has shifted. Every woman feels when love begins to fade. And now, the truth was staring her in the face. Because the mystery woman? She wasn't some random admirer or delusional fan. She was someone Maurice knew, someone connected to his world in ways that made the betrayal cut even deeper. The woman introduced herself as Tasha, though many believe that's not her real name. In her live stream, she didn't hold back. "I didn't come here to destroy anyone's family," she said. "But I'm tired of being treated like I don't exist." According to her, she and Maurice had been in communication for more than a year, meeting during one of his out-of-town business trips. What started as mentorship quickly blurred into something more personal. "He told me he wasn't happy," she confessed. "He said they were together for TV, that they had grown apart. I believed him." The internet erupted. Within hours, screenshots of her video were everywhere, blogs, gossip pages, fan accounts. People dissected every detail, comparing her story to the timeline of Kimmi's illness, her treatments, her emotional posts about trust and healing. The overlap was undeniable, and the outrage was immediate. Fans accused Maurice of being heartless, of betraying the very woman who had stood by him through everything. The idea that Kimmi, while battling for her health, might have been fighting for her marriage at the same time, it broke hearts across the fandom. But here's the twist: this wasn't just about infidelity. It was about image. Because what Tasha revealed next turned a scandal into a full-blown PR disaster. She claimed that production had known. "They told him to keep it quiet," she said. "They told me if I ever spoke up, I'd be painted as the villain." According to her, she had been promised silence, that as long as she stayed quiet, Maurice would handle it privately. But when months passed and he continued to deny everything, she felt used and discarded. "He told me I meant something," she said through tears. "But I was just another secret to protect his brand." The confession shook the Huntsville world to its core. Because for years, fans had debated whether the show blurred the line between reality and performance. And now, here was a woman suggesting that the very people behind the scenes had been covering up a scandal for ratings. Meanwhile, Kimmi remained silent again. But this time, her silence carried a different weight. It wasn't the silence of confusion or heartbreak. It was the silence of power. Insiders say Kimmi had known about the woman for months. She'd seen the messages, heard the rumors, even confronted Maurice privately. But instead of exploding or going public, she made a plan. A quiet, deliberate move that would change everything. Kimmi reportedly met with the network's legal team, requesting to review her contract. She wanted to understand her rights, her control, and most importantly how to protect her image if she chose to speak. Then, one morning, she posted a single photo. No caption. Just a shot of her hand without her wedding ring. The internet lost its mind. Within minutes, fans flooded her comments with messages of love and support. "We see you, Kimmi. Peace over pain. You deserve better." The message was clear: Kimmi was done. She wasn't waiting for an apology. She wasn't begging for clarity. She was reclaiming her peace. And from that moment, Maurice's silence transformed from control to cowardice. Maurice tried to do damage control. He posted vague motivational quotes, talking about faith during hard times and keeping family matters private. But the audience wasn't buying it. The same calm demeanor that once made him look mature now made him appear guilty. Every word, every post, every public appearance felt like a performance. And when he finally did speak briefly, during a podcast interview, his words only made things worse. "I'm a man," he said. "I've made mistakes, but people need to understand the pressures that come with being in the spotlight." That single line backfired instantly. Fans accused him of deflecting, of playing the victim. And when the host asked if he'd been unfaithful, he dodged the question entirely. "Not everything is what it seems," he replied. But by then, the damage was done. Behind the scenes, Kimmi's confidence was growing. She began attending more public events alone, smiling brighter, standing taller. When she was invited to speak at a women's empowerment conference, she accepted, and her speech became the moment that turned her pain into power. She stood before a crowd of women, her voice steady and sure. "Sometimes we think love means holding on," she said. "But real love starts when you choose yourself." The audience erupted in applause. It wasn't about Maurice anymore. It was about every woman who had ever stayed silent, every woman who had ever chosen peace over chaos. Kimmi wasn't a victim, she was a survivor. But what nobody expected was how quickly things would escalate. Just as the public began to move on, new receipts dropped, messages allegedly between Maurice and another woman, dated months after the first scandal broke. It wasn't just Tasha anymore. There were others. The texts were flirtatious, familiar, even reckless. "Miss you already," one read. "You know I'll make time next trip." The evidence painted a pattern, not a mistake. And suddenly, Maurice's empire of respectability began to crumble. His business partners started distancing themselves. Sponsors quietly backed away. Even some castmates, who had defended him, began to retreat. Letitia was reportedly heartbroken and embarrassed, while Marceau allegedly told friends, he needs to face the consequences. The unity within the Scott family fractured overnight. And yet, through all the chaos, Kimmi remained poised. She refused to trash him publicly. Instead, she focused on her new ventures, launching a podcast centered on healing, therapy, and self-worth. Her first episode? When Loyalty Becomes a Prison. Listeners knew exactly who she was talking about. Maurice, on the other hand, seemed lost. Those close to him say he's struggling both personally and professionally. Friends describe him as isolated, ashamed, and desperate to rebuild trust. But rebuilding requires truth, and truth is something he's yet to fully embrace. Every move he makes now feels reactive, while Kimmi's every move feels strategic. The balance of power has shifted and she knows it. As the new season of Love and Marriage, Huntsville begins filming, producers are reportedly scrambling to capture the fallout. Viewers will finally see the emotional distance between Kimmi and Maurice play out on screen, the cold silences, the polite conversations that mask deeper wounds, the quiet moments when love is replaced by disappointment. And fans can already sense that this season will be the most emotional yet. Because this isn't just about scandal anymore. It's about a woman who gave everything, only to realize that love without honesty is nothing. It's about the strength it takes to walk away not in anger, but in peace. Kimmi's bold move isn't just leaving Maurice. It's choosing herself, her future, her healing. And in doing so, she's becoming something even greater than a reality star. She's becoming a symbol of dignity, of growth, of the power that comes when a woman decides she's had enough. The city of Huntsville has seen its fair share of drama. Affairs, betrayals, broken friendships, it's all part of the show. But this time, it feels different. This isn't a storyline crafted for ratings. It's a real-life lesson in self-respect. Kimmi's transformation from loyal wife to independent woman has inspired countless viewers to rethink what strength really looks like. It's not loud or vengeful. It's quiet, consistent, and unstoppable. Maurice's story, however, remains uncertain. Some say he's working on redemption, seeking therapy, trying to repair what's left of his reputation. Others believe he's still in denial, clinging to the fragments of a life that's already gone. But one thing is clear: the man who once stood as the voice of calm in Huntsville's chaos is now the center of it. And the woman he underestimated? She's rising higher than ever before. Maybe that's the irony of it all, that in losing Kimmi, Maurice exposed not just his mistakes, but his humanity. That in revealing his flaws, he gave her the spotlight she always deserved. And perhaps, in some small way, this scandal became the turning point for both of them, him learning humility, her discovering freedom. Because in the end, love isn't about perfection. It's about truth. And when truth finally came knocking on Maurice's door, Kimmi didn't crumble. She evolved. She stood tall, smiled for the cameras, and reminded the world that peace will always look better than pain. And that's how, at 46, Maurice's secret girlfriend didn't just reveal his truth, she revealed Kimmi's power. The Rocket City just witnessed another explosion. But this time, it wasn't fueled by lies. It was powered by a woman who finally chose herself.